In this video, we're going to explore what a knowledge check is and how to implement them into your ALEKS course. Knowledge checks are an essential part of the adaptive side of the platform. A knowledge check is an adaptive assessment that students will take during the first days of the course, as well as progress ones throughout the course to check for retention. Knowledge checks determine a student's current knowledge state at that moment in time. We know students' knowledge states are forever changing as they grow and learn, so knowledge checks are a way to ensure ALEKS is adapting and adjusting to fit their individual needs. The adaptive side of ALEKS works through a cycle of assessment and learning. Students will take an initial knowledge check, which will in turn personalize their learning path through the topics chosen by the instructor. Throughout the course, they'll then be prompted with progress knowledge checks to ensure retention of their learning and to continually personalize the path to meet their needs. This cycle creates space for students to continue to grow and expand their learning. Knowledge checks work through a series of adaptive questions. Based on the student's answer to a question, ALEKS is making informed decisions on the student's knowledge state. The result of a knowledge check will be seen in the personalized learning path that follows. The knowledge check determines what the student already knows of the course material, what they're currently ready to learn at this moment in time, and what they need to learn but are not yet ready for. There are two main types of knowledge checks that will be utilized in a course: the initial knowledge check as well as progress knowledge checks throughout. The initial knowledge check will be taken in the early days of the course. This initial knowledge check is comprehensive and will cover all topics that instructors put into their course, but will do so in a matter of up to 25 questions. This knowledge check will help identify trends in the starting knowledge of incoming students, which will help instructors customize the course to meet the needs of the students and see where they're at in the early days of the course. Progress knowledge checks happen throughout the semester. This is another low-stakes opportunity to assess retention in your course content. These progress knowledge checks can contain up to 20 questions and mostly cover recently learned material and progress in your course. If a student does not prove retention of recently learned topics, ALEKS will prompt them with another low-stakes opportunity to relearn those topics and practice the skills that were missed. There are 3 types of progress knowledge checks that you can build into the course as the instructor. You have the opportunity to use the periodic knowledge checks set by the system after a certain amount of learning and time spent in the course. You can also utilize the post-module knowledge checks, which will occur following certain modules in the course that you select. Or you can select from the scheduled knowledge checks, which can be scheduled on a certain date and time, proctored, and can even be graded in the gradebook. We're now going to jump into a live ALEKS course. You can see that the initial knowledge check is already embedded into the assignments page. You'll not be able to adjust the date and time or the content of this knowledge check, as it'll be prompted on that first day for students as they register into the course. The content will be comprehensive of all the topics that were chosen by the instructor for the adaptive side of the course. In this particular course, we can see there are a few post-module knowledge checks throughout. To get to the post-module knowledge checks and turn them on or off, click on one of your current modules you have in the course. This will take you to the module editing page where you can check and uncheck this column for the post-module knowledge checks. The last type of knowledge check that you can add into your course is a scheduled knowledge check. From your main assignments page, you can select Add New and then click on Assignment. From this assignments page, you can choose the Scheduled Knowledge Check option. For scheduled knowledge checks, you can set it to open on a particular date and time, set a goal percentage, as well as choose between progress and comprehensive. There's many other settings that you'll want to adjust here, and when you're finished, you'll click Create Assignment to add it into your course. As always, talk with your implementation manager about placement, timing, and types of knowledge check that will be best for the course for you and your students.